All right, we live. What up, world? All right. Yeah, make sure you like the video and all that good shit. All right. Let me see here. We're still waiting on Poser, uh, but I feel like we could get it started. Got my boy here, Walk
What
City.
Sorry I'm late.
Yeah,
How's it going, guys?
got Miguel right here. Just got off work. You know what I'm
Trying to get another wing. Trying to get another wing.
saying? Red Bull. Hey, I can't drink Red Bulls, bro.
I can't drink Monster.
I mean, Monster I can stomach. 'Cause I just can't stomach Red Bulls. Very strange.
So what are we getting to get into, guys?
All right. So today's comic is Revival. It's from 2012. Let me get this thing over here. There it is, right there. Revival. Oh shit. Yeah, you know how it is. You know how this website works.
Yep. Love the website.
Yeah. But so yeah, we're gonna get talk about Revival by Tim Seeley. It's an Image comic from 2012. First, we'll say I read this book back when it came out. I got it literally back in 2012. I got the B cover. I don't have it. This is the A cover. The B cover looks better in my opinion. I don't know if y'all seen it, but that book when it came out, I think within the year it was going up for like 250, $300 raw because of the talks of a TV show and all that. Although the TV show never happened, obviously the book dropped, but the concept of the show or the concept of this book, it was done I think once or twice by NBC or ABC, and it was called like the Revival and something else, but it wasn't to the point of that white ghost thing. It was just like people were coming back to life in a snowy town and all that shit. So they did do this concept. They did take this concept and use it. It just didn't really go anywhere after the first season that I can remember.
Where was the show on ABC?
Either ABC or NBC back in like
that was based
2013.
off of this movie?
Huh?
Or this comic?
Yeah, it was literally based on this comic book, but it wasn't like this comic book. They just kind of took the idea, like most of it, 80 or 90%, and used it to make a TV show. But they
So
could
they
never
didn't use
actually.
the cops? They didn't use like
Nah,
the cops concept and all that? Okay, cool.
nah, they never got the actual rights to this book, so they just kind of did their own thing
Mm.
and called it the Revival, which is one of the reasons I think it failed. Like it was only a one season show, you know. So yeah, that was something about this thing. Again, it didn't happen. How many issues is this book, Walk?
47.
Yeah, so 47. It went on
47.
for 5 years straight. So that's pretty good. And like when you look at TV time, 5 years on the air, that's not bad. I
Yeah.
think it would have done better if they actually went with this book instead of just side swiping it.
Well, I read issues 1, 2, and 3, and I didn't see anything to do with the show. And I was actually, when you told me, "Hey, read episode 1, so I can get a good taste of what the book is, and at least to get an understanding," it led me to 2, and 2 led me to 3, and I was probably gonna get onto 4 or 5, but the show was about to start, and I had to get off.
Yeah.
But dude, it kind of like when you said 2013. See, that's the good part, Hydra, because I quit collecting, for a little bit. You have kids and you end up doing other things and putting priorities different. But I came back to collecting. The kids are a little older; they're all in school. I don't need to spend much on them as much anymore. So, like, well, they do kill me on Christmas. Don't get me wrong, but other than that, I can come back to collecting. And dude, this book, I would have bought in this book in 2013, dude, all day, all
Oh,
day.
hell yeah. Like I wouldn't even say this book got slept on. I don't think it got slept on, but it did. You know, it kind of went the wayside. You know what I mean?
Well,
After
for
a while.
47 issues, to me, that's a that's a legitimate run.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
That's a legitimate run. And dude, I mean, it's a 2013, so I don't want to talk about no spoilers. But that old lady, bro, that was just on a killing spree. Like one of the things that I noticed is like they come back to life, but they don't come back with the flaws that they had when they were before alive, right? So when they come back the second time, like you could see that the old lady doesn't need dentures anymore. The teeth just keep growing. And then remember when the zebra died of the medication?
Yeah.
It was her medication, and then it was like, yeah, she hasn't been taking her medication for weeks. So one of the things that I caught on, I don't know, since Walk read a little bit further, maybe you can help me out with this, Walk. I'll pass it right down to you. Is that going to happen? Is most of the people that come back fully, like without because you saw how she put her hands on that dude, Ellie just like wham, and she's like what 81, and she was like strong, dude. So I don't know what I'm gonna get into. I am gonna read a little bit ahead, probably get to issue 10 tonight.
Well, I mean, what I've followed so far is, and I want to, what I heard, what I've read so far is that the people keep whatever happened with them, though. So, like one of the characters, I don't know how far along there is, but the sister, who they find out is a revival. Her name is Martha Cypress. Martha
Yeah.
Cypress. She still has the gash above her head that she can't get rid of that. So that always stays with her permanently. So it's like if you died of something, you can heal back, but you're gonna have like some remnant of what happened to you or how you died. So yeah, so she definitely had that. And there is also another, I mean, this is like this is a lot of issues in, but because it takes about 3 months. But if you look at the storyline, she's puking, so it kind of well, whatever. Spoiler alert.
Spoiler,
Yeah,
spoiler.
we can spoiler.
Spoiler
Okay.
big guy, because I was gonna tell you I was intrigued. You know when the sister was in the back of the cop car and she was giving her like that evil grin, I knew right there that the sister was wrong. She was gonna be somebody twisted in the story probably. My only wild card is that biker dude that thinks he's like
An exorcist.
an exorcist. Yeah,
I kind of like that guy.
Mr. Billy Badass. I don't know what card he has to play because I'm already on issue 3.
Yeah. So,
Yeah, but he was out of left field. Like, what is Billy Badass doing over here? But
yeah, it hits a lot of left field. There are characters that are like libertarians, and they meet up with some of the super Christian conservatives because obviously people are resurrected from the dead. And the only living person that's resurrected from the dead is in books is Jesus Christ. And a lot of the people are calling it like a revelation thing, so they have like evangelicists there, speakers and stuff like that, trying to break into the town. So it's just a whole makeup. They try to keep it with the times, and especially in a small town like that, where
and
people
then right where Hydra's at. Right where Hydra's at. Gee, oh my bad to cut you off. I thought it was a ghost. What did you think, Walk, when you saw that dude? I mean, I thought it was an alien. My bad. You guys told me it was a ghost.
Yeah, what did y'all think?
I thought it was an alien, bro. I was like, wait, what is that an alien?
I thought it was an alien the whole time literally when I was reading the first 11 issues back in the day, because I have like the first 5 issues singles, and then I have the trade paperback volume 2, right? So
Nice.
the whole time contained to that, I'm still thinking it's a damn alien or something. You know what I mean? Like even back then, I was still thinking this is a fucking alien or some shit because I'm like, it don't look like no fucking ghost or demon to me, you know. So I'm thinking it's a straight up alien. I was like, oh shit, ET, and all that. So what did y'all think contained to the first issue? Like what did y'all think that it like if you had to give it a rating or everything that it did right or did it do anything wrong for you? Like did it grab you?
It grabbed me for issue number 2. I ain't gonna lie. The first issue grabbed me for the second issue because as soon as in the first issue, when I think in the first issue, she ends up stabbing the the sister, right, and the daughter, right, at the end of the issue, or is that
Yeah,
on issue number 2?
hold on, I got it right here. With the scythe. That happens here, I believe.
Yeah, right there on issue number 1. Because I went on a tear, so I don't want to get it wrong, and I don't want to because I went fast.
Yeah,
But
here, right here.
yeah, dude, when she pulled out all the teeth, this is where I got intrigued right here, and she just bam, like yeah. And then, but what the thing is that what I want to find out though is, okay, can you keep going? You know how all of this is happening, right? And then she stabs the sister.
Yeah.
Watch, go all the way down, and then I'm gonna give it to you, Watt. There's not all the way down, but keep going down. There's gonna be when she goes to the morgue. You can go all the way down when she goes.
I think that's the second one. A second.
Oh yeah, that's the second issue. Yeah, that's what got me intrigued to keep on going. When she goes to the morgue and she flips again. Okay, so go up a little bit again, then G.
Well, hold on. Let's talk about how sexy the sisters are. Yeah.
Okay.
So
I
was like, it's like,
I know your question.
Right there. See, right there. You see how her eyes are, and she's flipping the heck out.
Yeah.
That's what she did, and I guess they go into like that killer mode. I want to find out what that is all about.
Well, in this one, if you read along the storylines, before she even tries to kill, go back, the older lady, I forgot her name. But before that happened, she was upset about, I think, somebody stealing something. Or
she was upset at the zebra, and she said that zebra had to die or something like that. And I guess because they were giving more attention to the zebra than her.
Mm-hmm.
So
what the hell the zebra was doing there? I forgot.
It wasn't a zebra. It's a half. It's like a zebra horse.
Yeah.
It's a
hybrid.
What do they call it? The Z horse?
It was something like that, man.
A horse, bruh.
Yeah.
Horse, bruh.
But yeah, so
you're
watching, she regenerates. Kind of. What's up?
Oh, nice. The Poser.
Nice beanie, dog.
Spam in the live chat. I just got done with David and then had to pee like a horse zebra hybrid.
I know. I was watching you for a little bit. Yeah, good job. I was like, dude, where is this guy that it's so light and bright?
He's
and then you said Australia. I was like, okay, cool. No wonder.
Yeah.
Damn.
So this is the best worst time for me to hop in. This set of panels right here, because I was reading this digitally, and one of the things I like to play with is the guided view, just to kind of embrace panel by panel.
Yeah.
This old broad pulling her teeth out for someone who is A, terrified of the dentist, and B, about to get all of his teeth pulled out. I'm fucking terrified.
Hey, that's why I chose it.
Rose is gonna look like the old lady in a little bit, but
yeah, I'm gonna snick the fuck out of one of y'all with a sight.
I was about to say, just don't stab us.
Yeah. I gotta drive to Texas or California to take one of y'all down.
Hey, just stop at Oakland first. You don't gotta come south real quick. Go to
Oakland. Visit my boy.
He's the one with the Buccaneers beanie on.
Yeah, take his
you gotta get
take his
walked.
take his dog out back.
Oh, my dog is going nuts.
Dub Nation.
I'm gonna shut the fuck up.
I'm wearing this because of Walk. Walk gets his Instagram shout out, I think, on Saturday from all the hotness that he sent me. But
Oh, yeah.
I'm a very happy man.
Oh, you're
And
welcome, dog. Yeah.
my daughter was like, "What's that?" My oldest was like, "Basketball?" Yes, son. I like them. I wore your shirt. Yes, you did.
Heck yeah.
So I was asking them if y'all had to rate the first issue, what would y'all give it, like out of 10?
I mean, it definitely had me wanting to find out more. So I think that would be at least 8 or 9. 9. I wouldn't say.
I give it a solid. I said 8 to a 9.
8 to 9, 9. Okay, Poser.
Yeah, I think I'm in the same spot that it gave me enough answers, especially with the reveal about the sister where, right, she gets snicked, but you find out, right, she can't die because apparently she was murdered in the past. Like, that reveal made me go, wait, so no matter how many times you kill someone who's died, they can keep popping back. Like, this to me took a good kind of zombie trope or like just people coming back from the dead kind of trope and turned it, because some of these, revival folks are appearing to be living, functioning, normal human beings like this sister. And then others of them, like, the Zorsk grandma starts wigging out and feeding animals her blood thinner. Like, I'm intrigued as hell by this book, and thank God it's all on Comixology Unlimited. Because for $6 I can read all like 50 issues, 40 issues.
Oh, it's on Comixology?
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah, it's also free right here.
Yeah, but what I would say about this book and why I would put it in that 9-ish, like I would say 9+, that with a lot of these indie books and playing catch up, that trying to collect a lot of these, if you're a physical collector, unless you go to Walk's LCS, that apparently has a fire sale of every hot indie ever written, like,
Lucky Walk,
I would be,
dude.
based off of this number one, I would be willing to spend money to chase down some of the original printings. And I think that's a kind of higher bar for some of these indies, because it seems like a lot of these long-running series, especially through Image, become cheaper the later you are in the run, because more people are hooked and more people can buy in. So I'd spend money to get a first printing of this. I'd spend money to get a slabbed copy of this, just because I went, okay, you took a good narrative and flipped it.
Yeah. I was telling them earlier, I have the first 5 singles, and then I have the volume 2 trade paperback.
Mm-hmm.
And when the book initially came out first, it was pretty hot back in 2012.
Yeah,
it was going up for like $250 just for a raw copy of the B cover, because the B cover was so damn good. Like, that's the one everybody wanted. The regular cover fetched like around $50 or $70, but yeah, like, that was the cover that was hot. Now you can probably find it for under $100, but it's.
I like Tim Seeley. Tim Seeley's writing Money Shot right now. Him and Sarah Beatty.
Yeah.
And to know that he's writing this weird kind of funny sci-fi porn book, but to know that 6 years before he wrote, 7 years before,
9 years,
we have this weird twist of a zombie narrative. Like, knowing where we're at in terms of these two wildly different kinds of stories, it makes me want to look at what someone like Japan does in between those two. Okay,
yeah. And like I was telling them, they took a concept of this, basically. The TV show was called The Revival, but it wasn't this book. But they took the concept of it, in a snowy place, the dead start to rise again, and all that shit. It lasted a season, I believe. either NBC or ABC. And
It- And the
but-
town is still quarantined, though, right? Even though your issue 37 walk is still
Yeah, but
quarantined?
nobody want because there's an influx of people that are like I said, a miracle just happened. The dead are rising. People want to
come see it.
come see it. They,
Yeah.
you know, there's a lot of religious zealots that want to be there for the end of times and stuff like that. So, you know,
Hey, but what year did they do that show, though, Hydra?
I think it was 2013 when they did the show, or
But
2014.
They did the show like a year after the comic book came out?
Yeah, because
It
they
was
were
too
trying
early.
because they were trying to get this to be a TV show, but it never happened. So I guess the network itself just took the idea and made their own show from it.
Because thinking about it and reading over it, I think. What about you, Hydra? What do you think? I think it would be a perfect TV show.
Oh hell yeah,
I wouldn't
100%.
call it into the sci-fi. I would have this either AMC or like somebody like HBO or Netflix to take on, or Hulu.
Yeah, like Netflix or something.
You know what I mean? Because I'm not gonna lie to you, sci-fi kind of the network kind of dropped off, like on their special effects, dude. And some of the shows are like, ugh.
Well, not just that. Sci-fi seems to not like go all in with their TV shows. So, what was it? Deadly Class only got like a season or two, and then they just got rid of it. And Happy got like 2 seasons, and they got rid of it. So, like, they don't have that much confidence in their independent comic book TV show adaptations. So, that's the only reason I don't mess with sci-fi that much. I'm looking at Resident Alien, and I'm like, how long are they going to give this show before they just drop it off the fucking network?
Well, and I think that like the success of some of the TV properties that have come from indie comics lately, like looking at the success of The Boys, looking at the success of
Hell yeah.
Lock and Key, like I think this is going to pique. It has to pique interest, especially in a world where a lot of people are just looking for kind of sure thing intellectual property.
Hey, Spook City.
Yo, Spooky.
I think it's
Oops,
definitely with the Walking Dead type.
They did give up fast.
That's where I think this would be good, is once Walking Dead is all the way done and Fear of the Walking Dead is all the way done, like this would be a good twist on that, because based on the first several episodes or first several issues, you don't know if these people are traditional zombies. You don't know, if these are people that get a second chance at living. And we still, even in comics, see this kind of trope today, right? Like this revival, folks, being shielded from the rest of the world is kind of the basis for what Zdarsky's doing in Stillwater, right? Nobody can die in that town. So it's kind of playing off of that notion of people being risen again and secluded from the rest of the world.
Poser, did you thought that dude was an alien, or you thought it was a ghost when you saw that? I thought it was a damn alien.
I thought it was an alien because it
thought
kind
it
of
was-
looked like one of the Greys.
Yeah, I thought it was Alien 100%. What about you, Wak?
No, I wasn't unsure what it was, but I definitely thought it was like an alien type thing that maybe it turned, certain people in that town to revive. Is it Wasu County? I don't know how to say. It's a Wisconsin city.
Yeah, it's Wisconsin.
Mm-hmm.
But
hey,
yeah,
did
like,
anybody find it peculiar that how it went from the 21st to the 22nd, and then it jumped to the 24th? What happened to the 23rd of January?
What?
Y'all didn't notice
I
it?
noticed that.
what do you mean?
I think
Inside the story itself?
Uh-huh.
I must have missed that.
Watch, go to the top.
Oh, look,
Yeah.
it's the 22nd.
You see, it was the 22nd,
Yeah.
and then but maybe it probably changed the next thing on that. Hey, do you think that she came back to life when they put the brain back in the head? What did you guys think of that part? I thought that she was dead, but once
Well,
that
it looked like she was coming back to life as they were about to pull it out.
Yeah, her brain's already there. Like they just kind of opened
Oh.
the
yeah.
they cut open the
Tried to do an
skull.
autopsy.
to look at it, and then they just like, all right, cover that bitch up, and then she just came back.
Oh shit, dude. Yeah, you're right. Sick, dude. Dude, when she was at the morgue, dude, that was scary as heck, dude. I was like,
Yeah. Also, the art's pretty damn good. Like it does so
Yeah.
well to tell a story.
Well, and the artist won an Eisner.
Oh, really?
No, I don't know if it was for Revival, but the artist has an Eisner. And like I like this that tied to the bed vomit trope because that's a play into like the Exorcist.
Oh yeah.
So like it takes a lot of these undead reference. Yeah, I like that zombie attack. That's not sensitive. I gotta blow off steam. Fuck off, lady.
Yeah.
Like I think the first 2 issues present so many interesting like relationship dynamics, right? Between the sisters, between the older sister and the father, between the older sister and daddy's little girl and the younger sister.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I saw some sultry lady snapping a selfie. What's your browser history look like there, Hydra?
What? Nah, this is the site, bro. That's the site.
Mm-hmm.
That wasn't me.
Yeah. Go up a little or go up a little. I know. Well, they have the dynamic between the 2 sisters. If you scroll up, they have the dynamic between their partners right here.
Yeah.
So the doctor and the detective, and he's still a mystery. So yeah,
I mean, you're ahead like a motherfucker. Like, what's going on? You know, like I said, I only got to like issue 17. What about you, Miguel?
Just issue 3. At the end of issue 3, I was gonna get a 4.
I made it to halfway through 3.
Yeah.
But I know here's why I like Walk. We go, here's a good series, and then 2 days after Walk's like, I'm on issue 713. Where'd you start? Number 1.
Well, you know,
how far did you get?
Ruin it for any, I mean, I'm trying to be as discreet as possible because you guys are not far along into the story.
I'm not one of those guys that says, "Oh my God, you spoiled the story for me." I'm gonna read it no matter what. I love books.
Yeah, like, I'm hooked enough to sit down and binge read as much as I can tonight. Like it's the same kind of thing. I opened up issue 1 at like 6:30 tonight because I went, "Oh shit, we're talking about the revival," and went, "Oh look, this is good."
Yeah.
Okay, so
oh my God, we almost started at the same time, Poser. I started at 7, bro, and I couldn't stop. And I got here like a minute late because I wanted to start issue 4, and I'm like, nah. The guys are gonna get mad if I skim another book.
Well, I always tell them
to spoil it. I'm gonna mute myself and just do this.
Hold on. Boo this man. Boo.
Boo Walk? What? I mean, I don't get it.
AMKM, really?
The haters, No.
Don't listen to them, Walk. Don't listen.
Man, AMKM Comics feels very unreasonable, but this gentleman that pops into the chat named Denzel seems like a very nice young man.
There's so many cool people in the chat.
Hey, who the fuck disliked the video already?
I'll do it.
No. Hey, my boy, look at this.
It had to be AM.
Hey,
look at this
new guy. So
that's what I said. I gotta
check out his channel. Hey. Look at this, pretty cool guy.
I gotta dodge him.
So she got captured by the Exorcist, right?
Oh, that man.
What did you say?
Who got captured?
This girl right here got captured by the.
Yeah. There's another question. Who listened to Limp Bizkit back in the day?
Oh yeah.
I had some Limp Bizkit tracks.
Did y'all know this was Limp Bizkit?
Yeah, I had all the shit.
Oh shit!
Significant Other, $3 bill, chocolate starfish.
Starfish and the hot dog
chocolate starfish,
water.
I think that was it. That was my Limp Bizkit phase. Everything else, I think they broke up after that, and then they got back together.
I'm pretty sure they're still broken up. Yeah.
That's because Fred Durst is fucking crazy.
Thank you, Mike.
His 2 eyes.
Hey,
Look
Wally
at this.
World
Why
over
can't I
there.
find your YouTube
Wally World.
Wally World.
Wally.
That's
Put up the
Poser's
Wally.
jam, bro.
Put up the Wally.
Hey, that's gonna be the jam for the Doves. Wally World. The Dove Nation.
Spanish.
Dove
Nope.
Nation Wally World.
I said
Let's
mucho
look at this
tiempo, eh?
admin so they can drop their link.
Uh,
Because there are a bajillion look at this, and I can't tell if it's eyes and a smile.
Okay, so I'll talk a little bit about this.
Go for it, Wally.
Okay, so that I did it all for the Nookie. That's homie's ringtone. What's his name? The exorcism guy. I forgot his name.
HYDRA.
No, the exorcism guy.
me? What?
The guy that when the girl was tied down and he told her basically, "You're full of shit." He told that girl, "You're just bored." And then
All right, I made you all moderators in the chat so y'all can talk as moderators.
Oh,
look at this
with Billy Badass.
Yeah,
Call him Billy Badass.
yeah. Well, Billy Badass. That's his ringtone. I did it all for the Nookie.
Yeah, it's his phone that he dropped there.
Yeah.
So did he kill her? He killed her, right?
So Billy killed the old lady, right?
This lady is, if you go up, she's the neighbor, one of the neighbors to those, to a person that has passed. Well, you're going too far now.
Grant Morrison. Nookie. Ugh. Dog.
Yeah. So this lady, her name is, what the hell? The May Chow, I think. May Chow? Is that May something? And she's a reporter. She's the one that broke the story about the revival of all the people coming back from the dead. And
this chick.
What?
This chick right here, right?
Yeah. So she was also a classmate, an older classmate of the sister Martha. So they kind of have a connection. And what happened is that the teacher, one of the older sisters, or the younger sister, she had an affair with that guy. And
that's right.
Kind of opening up what we're trying to figure out what's going on and how she died, because we still haven't figured that out yet in the story.
Are you serious?
Yeah, and I'm on number 37, so they still haven't.
What?
But yeah, she had an affair with that guy, and it'll show like she died, and there's a cut above her head, and that won't go away. But she got the little bangs and shit, so she's covering it up well. And in this story, there's
okay. I was reading this one. Who the fuck is that dude on the bed, bro?
The dude right there. That's so that lady right
Peloton, War of Thunder.
there. Okay, so that lady, the blonde lady in the picture, that's her kind of a coworker, because she's also a reporter. And that lady right there. So she's a reporter. And the guy that's in the bed with her that was dead, that's her stepbrother. So they were doing, your classic, what is it? Your classic stepbrothers porno, shit.
Yeah.
They basically were doing that. And her father, who's a catatonic guy that was revived, he was revived, and but secretly, like, he was just kind of keeping his mouth shut, and trying to figure out why he died. Like, who was responsible for his death?
You're at 666 subs.
Yeah.
So yeah, that guy was trying to figure out, the guy that's catatonic, the reporter's father. I forgot his name, but if you scroll along in the story, you'll probably see. And see, this is, if you go up, that's them, the reporter and the sister. You know, that's their connection, kind of. Martha and
Yeah. She drops her phone. She picks up her phone accidentally.
and she sees the ghost. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm still like looking at that thing like, nah, that's an alien. Fuck what Tim Silly's talking about.
So that's the reporter's phone, right?
Yeah.
Okay, that's
she
the
dropped
Nookie
it.
phone.
They got mixed up, you know.
So she found the Nookie phone, and the Nookie phone belongs to the character that is, you know,
Billy Badass.
Billy Badass. Yeah.
Remember, this is from.
What's Billy Badass's real name? Because
Yeah, I'm gonna check that out right now because I'm tired of saying
Billy Badass.
Billy.
I know.
Just call him The Exorcist.
Sorry, guys. If you didn't know this, I can read a whole story and still not know the characters' names.
Yeah, me too.
That's what I do, guys. So,
who was I like too? I was binge watching people's videos today, and Stevie B was like, "Look, I can read one issue of a book, and in 5 minutes, I ain't gonna remember a fucking thing." And I was like, "That's me."
That's me. That's me too.
Really?
okay, her name was not May Tao. May the reporter's name is May Tao.
Yep.
I don't know
Billy
what
Badass knocks her out.
Billy Badass's real name is Blaine Abel, kind of like Cain and Abel. I should have remembered. Okay.
Well, you see, he's always swinging, and he's always swinging. So far, he's only been swinging at chicks.
Okay. Yeah, he's a little weird character. I mean, Abel is an exorcist or trying to be.
Keep going.
Kind of like okay.
Oh no! Oh shit! No.
Yeah. So
hold on.
Oh, the curse is broken.
Curse is over.
I'm not the number of the beast anymore. I have changed my.
That's it. I'm not subbing anymore.
Appreciate you looking at
this. Evil in darkness, Joe.
So there's somebody going into town killing people too, besides the.
No, okay, see, this is the catatonic. That's the catatonic father.
Yeah, he's the one that killed him.
His name. Hold on. Catatonic father is the character Anders Hein. Anders Hein.
Yeah, he's the one that sliced him, right?
So so the reporter and her brother, trying to be, so it's Justin Hein and Jamie Hatinga. So Justin Hein is that guy that is currently disemboweled, and they kind of did a Sixth Sense type of thing to their father. You know, that was his stepdad, and that's her blood father. And you know, they basically poisoned him.
Did they make it look like a cross on purpose?
Yeah, oh yeah.
That's just how they all the tow trucks, they look like that. I thought it was a cross thing too, but no, that's how they are.
So is that your way, Mr. 37 issues in, of telling us that there's no religious symbolism right here?
Well, I'm saying no. I'm saying there is religious symbolism, but I mean, if you really look at it, because I used to deliver shit all the time, so I'd always see tow trucks, and that's just how they look. But yeah, they are using religious imagery.
Yeah, 100%. Like
all fucking
he
tow
didn't have to
trucks
tire
look
like
like a cross. That's all I'm getting at. But
yeah, that makes perfect sense.
Yeah. But yeah, they're juxtaposing that imagery onto this. So Blaine Abel is a repairman. So he is a repairman and practicing, whatever the fuck he's trying to do. He's kind of a religious charlatan, but
That's it. This is what I got.
Yeah. So he's kind of like that, but he's he definitely isn't the greatest person. He listens to Limp Bizkit. still.
Hey, what?
I mean, I still listen to My Way.
Why? That's not even the song to listen to.
I listen to the cover of Faith at least once a month.
Yeah, I'm saying you can do Faith.
What was that other song he had?
Maybe Break Stuff.
Yeah, Break Stuff, but it was the one that was different.
That's just stole off of Deftones' My Own Summer or whatever. Yeah. They just stole that. That's good album.
Spooky as husband, but didn't one of the members of Limp Bizkit find Jesus? Wasn't Wes the guy with the big contacts?
Guys, look at
no, I think it was
Monkey, but Monkey is for him.
Look what Spooky said, bro.
Freaking spooky, dude. I love it. Predators.
That's fucking funny as fuck.
I think it was Wes Wes found Jesus.
I don't know. I think it was one of the ones that was all on freaking meth. It was either the drummer or the bassist because they love that shit.
I thought everybody was on meth.
I don't know.
So this is issue number 4 coming up right here, right?
This is issue number 5.
Oh, 5?
Yeah, this one right here. Look at that cover. By the way, the covers are fucking awesome.
Oh, shit. Sick,
a lot of them
bro.
are Jimmy Frizen. I mean,
I believe so.
Yeah, if you go to the next page, it should show you after this commercial break.
Yeah, commercial break, guys.
Sponsored by Game of Thrones.
Sponsored.
Yeah, I mean, she does great covers. I don't know her background. So if you guys want to tell me more about Jenny,
see what? Go up. That's religious symbol like a motherfucker. Look at the cross-looking symbol and then the circle with the star. Come on, Watt.
Oh no, I'm saying.
Come on, Watt. They're both right there, Watt. You can see one there.
Man.
I'm not, if you don't want me to talk,
I'm listening.
all I'm saying is that all tow trucks look like crosses. That's all I was referring to. I see the religious. Obviously, yeah. Like I said, this is a story where people are coming back from the dead, and the first thing the religious people want to do is go to that town and make it their religious where they go, like their journey. I forgot what that word is, but the chat can tell me what word I'm trying to describe.
Yeah, at this point, I didn't understand.
I guess
I didn't know what the hell to think anymore. Like the alien going into her mouth and shit. At this point, I'm still thinking it's an alien, right? So
it's a spirit.
No, but I'm saying all the way up to issue 11, I'm still oh, this is extraterrestrial, blah blah blah. Where's the flying saucer? All that shit. And but it's going into her mouth. I'm like, what the hell's going on here? And again, that's when all this shit.
So when the spirit goes into her, you see all this background. So you're seeing the story of a unrequited love. This guy is, he goes to war, he comes back, and the girl has a new man. This whole story is keep this ring, it'll help you survive. And then when he comes back, the girl married another man.
Yeah, fucking whore. All right, let's move.
I mean, he made it out alive, so she kept him
so
alive.
that ghost is that soldier or what?
So yeah, the ghost is that soldier, and that's one person that has been revived. So each person in that town has a spirit, because if they were revived, they have their spirit that's trying to go back into their body. And what happens is once the spirit goes into the body, those people can have their closure. They can pass on finally. They can die.
It's the homie Mayor. What up, man?
Oh, so that means do they die right there, or do they get to have a normal life, and then when they die, they die?
No. I mean, they're already dead. So this is kind of like that's why a lot of the characters in the story, they want to die.
So they're trying to find their spirits to die.
Everybody who's revived is in like purgatory, and when they connect with their spirit, they can finally ascend.
Yeah, that's basically the story.
Huh. So the sister's just gonna, when she finds her spirit, she's gonna die then. So all of this stuff, you might as well it's gonna start trickling. Yeah,
it's one of those stories where, at the end she's gonna find the spirit. I mean, I've read this far, and the only way I could see it is wrapping up like it's like at the end, it's just gonna be like, I want you to stay, but I can't. This is what I want, type shit.
Yeah, it's true.
Get teary-eyed,
That's why one thing I love about indies is that there's no happy endings all the time at these stories, bro. There's real shit.
Yeah, the real shit happens because they don't know if the next arc will come or not. It's like, yeah, fuck you, everybody's fucked. Pay us more money and you'll get the next arc.
Pay us more money.
Everybody dies, man.
Oh shit!
Hey, so Watch, since you read all of this, is it material for a show? What do you think?
Hey, New before Zod, everybody.
Yeah, no, it has.
It
can be made into a film. I mean,
you see a movie, or you see seasons.
Yeah, you can maybe get 2 or 3 seasons out of it. I mean, 3 or 4 seasons. I mean, it's doable.
Yeah, I mean,
people love zombies, and this is, well, the zombie craze is kind of fizzing out. You guys seen in sales of Walking Dead and shit like that.
But this becomes one of those things where, like, my wife and I were talking about Grey's Anatomy because she's watching seasons she hasn't seen before, and it was like, look, you just have to come up with a case of trauma per episode. Have generic interpersonal relationships between the main characters. So this could be a series that lasts for a while because every time you tell the meaningful story of someone who's revived and separated from their soul, that could be an issue. Yeah, Hydra's looking at a lot of porn. By clap them cheeks, Hydra means.
Oh, and if you see there, go down. No, or go. See, she's researching. So the sister is researching how her sister died. This is her last, this is what her phone was like. And you can see she's talking, all the red is one person, which is the teacher, Aaron Weimer.
This guy right here.
That guy. And that's his wife.
Yeah. Apparently you can't get it up to her anyways.
Yeah.
Because he wants her.
Wait, the dead chick?
Yeah, that's the one I guess he's had an affair with, right?
Yeah.
Oh, shoot.
So, yeah, that's happening right here. I think they lay together in the next one or a few issues in.
Yeah, they do something like that. But yeah, that's that's
while she's dead?
Huh?
While she's dead?
Yeah, look at this.
Yeah, well, now she's kind of stitching herself. Well, that's what they're trying to imply, but she just makes her jacket kind of stitched. But
so I kind of thought that the sister was dead when the old lady put it through the chest. So she was already dead before that.
Yeah. Like I said, she had a gash on her head, and that won't go away because somebody hit her, and that's how she died. But like everything leading up to that, like she can be alive, or it can go back to that, like, or before you revived. It's kind of complicated. They have a character that was revived during his cremation. So so his body decided to wake up when he was burning. So like a Deadpool body type.
But we saw that in
Oh,
the first issue too, right? The little girl woke up while she was being cremated.
Wait, they showed that, the little girl?
Yeah. She was the one that hopped out because there was the interview of the B-rate reporter going like, I gotta interview people who have interesting jobs at 1 a.m. And like you heard pounding on the oven, and she came out on fire, and then like 2 panels later it was a normal little girl that was like, I miss my mommy.
Ah. Again, so much is going on in this story.
but it's only a selected few that is
So,
coming back
yeah.
to life, though, right?
What?
It's only not everybody's coming back to life, right?
No. It's that hasn't been explained yet. How the people are coming back. They say it might be the water.
Because some people are being murdered. You saw the one where I think it's a few issues down where they're basically harvesting somebody's bodies, like they're ripping out his organs and selling them. And
Yeah, people want.
he keeps like I guess reanimating with more organs. I think
No, that guy is not Well,
because he is alive.
he's alive.
Re-dead. I mean, he's re-dead.
He was like a druggie.
Yeah.
Yeah, so they're pumping him up with all these chemicals to die, or not to die, to keep him sedated.
Yeah.
And they're basically sending those body parts because of the quarantine and the lockdown. They're finding a way to ship out body parts to other areas that want that body so that they can become immortal. So they're trying to become cannibals.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, that too. Cannibalism. Right here is where that guy's trying to take out the old man, and he's trying to tell the cop lady that he's one of them, right? And that he's faking it, like he's faking it to being a vegetable or whatever. And he's like, just look at him, and he's all like, cute old man,
No, if you go down, then he looks.
And then he looks like, and she's like, and then get knocked the fuck out. So I thought that was funny.
Okay. So
wait, the old lady wasn't dead? Oh, she came back to life.
No, she's not dead. She was attacked by
what up, life?
By somebody, and so that whole ring story. The reason why that guy is trying to find that ring, but that old lady stole it. She used to be a cleaner. So she has the ring from the story about the unrequited love.
Yeah, she's a thief. What up, life? Thank you for coming through, fam. She says, "What's up, y'all?"
So what's up? How you doing, fam?
But yeah, she ends up making amends for it in the end, and it's very remorseful and stuff. But yeah, she didn't understand what she had stolen.
Yeah, and she goes visit Limp Bizkit over here.
Yeah, that's the guy because he got into a fight with M. And
is that Billy?
Fucking face.
Yeah.
Is that Billy?
Limp Bizkit.
Yeah, that's Blaine Abel.
That's Blaine.
Who got Billy?
The teeth rain.
M did.
Yeah, they're the one that fucked him up.
Yeah, she got in a so if you saw that picture where her body's all fucked up and ripped up in half and stuff after the crash, Blaine was on the thing too. He was on the
Oh, that's why she was laughing, because she was a dad and shit. He was.
Mm-hmm.
Damn.
So the old man, I guess, ate his face.
Yeah, or shot him in the face. I'm not sure, but he came to, and you find out that he's a tricky son of a bitch. No, what happens
The
is
guy
that
who
guy
smooth
is,
talks his way out of fucking parking tickets.
Yeah.
no, that's the
Yeah.
Jack LaLanne guy. No, this is the guy that that's the guy that killed the guy that was in the bed.
Oh, I saw the guy in the green jumpsuit. Like, I really think that's what Hydra looks like in real life. That
What the
dude,
hell?
like a
Yeah.
younger version of that.
Hold on, what's that guy's name?
I don't own a tracksuit.
That guy you meet in like episode or issue 1, and the
He's
primary
Lester
detective.
Majak.
We doing good.
Majak, something like that.
She's like, or you're getting long in the tooth,
No,
too
no, no,
long
no,
in the
no.
tooth for speeding tickets.
Well, he's found a new lease on life. You know, he's an unknown revived person, kind of like M.
Nice.
So his connection is with Blaine Abel. See, he hired Blaine Abel to fix his bike, or fix his. So he had an accident on a ski-doo.
On a water ski? Jet ski?
Whatever the snowmobile. Whatever.
Oh, snowmobile. Well,
Yeah.
sea-doo, not snow-doo.
Yeah, whatever. Tomatoes,
Potato.
potatoes,
Let's call the whole thing off.
microwave.
No, now you're just stretching.
No, there's a clip of an English lady calling the microwavy. Right?
No, fake news.
Microwavy.
Yeah.
Don't let the liberal media tell you what to think, Walk.
There we
I
go.
call it a microwave.
That's what I'm talking about.
What are we looking at?
Needs a good tracksuit.
Oh yeah, I got a track jacket, but I don't have the other pants. I don't got the track pants.
There you
Yeah.
go. When we hit episode 10 of this, we all need to buy a tracksuit by episode 20.
And some gold chains.
What the hell?
By that time, we'll have gold chain money. So yeah,
Go change.
Blang, blang.
so we can wear the tracksuit with the gold chains to complete the look.
Yeah, we're gonna be rocking all kinds of shit.
And a wife beater under the tracksuit. It's a look.
See, look at this old man.
Yeah, that's that one dude I said. What's it? Something Hein.
Yeah,
Uh,
he gets blasted.
and
Then over here. is
well,
where
he
they-
gets blasted, but he comes back. That motherfucker is resilient.
yeah, he's gone.
And then yeah, so now they just let him go, and then we find out where he is a little later. Damn, I'm gonna give the whole. Well, I haven't finished it yet, so I guess I can. So he's the first guy to get out of the town, and then they find him somewhere else. They got a fucking motor, so he gets with the FBI, and it's like a Latino dude that kind of looks like Motor, and then there's a redheaded girl that looks like Scully from X-Files.
Yeah, this is where everybody finds out that they're trafficking the body parts and shit.
Yeah,
That
yeah,
was
because
the-
rich high-end people want it, and
No,
yeah, but
yeah, that's a dick.
that old fucker, Armin Hein, he's a crafty old bastard. See, because Armin Hein, that guy right there, was killed by his daughter and stepson because they just wanted him out of the picture to take his money, his life savings,
Yeah,
and they want to be together, but they out him. They get rid of him. But then he's revived back, and he does this catatonic thing because he's trying to figure out what exactly happened.
Mm.
And then he just, after that, he's bitter. Now he's bitter, and he just wants to get back at people. And he just wants to get back at, he's angry. So he's a crafty little old guy. And that ends up spreading the disease. Well, yeah, he has a cool way of getting back at people that I don't want to spoil, but people are interested in buying the flesh of revived citizens. So he
Yeah.
kind of gets back at them by,
Yeah, I'd probably try to cop some of that.
offering an interest or offering himself up, kind of.
Yeah, I'd probably try to cop some of that meat. You know what I mean?
Yeah, well, only the rich and elite can afford it. So he's kind of, he's.
Wait a minute. I think that's kind of like the worst logic in the world. So you're telling me that you're like, literally, let's put this shit on real perspective. You're telling me that a piece of dead meat that because they're coming back to life is gonna make you. To me, that doesn't make any sense.
Well,
That's
people
something
like,
that shows up in world religions, that if someone is believed to have mythical powers at some point in time, then it's normal to ingest part of their body for health. And some of that is then derived into some of the modern mythos as to why, like, you should eat the placenta after,
no, I mean,
after birth.
it gets down to the Catholic religion. Drink my blood. This is the wine. This is the bread. This is my body. We people who practice Catholicism believe that leads to eternal life. So obviously,
but that shows up in other religions as well. It's
Yeah,
consumption
just
of
throughout time,
power
people
or
eating
purity.
people.
I'm just speaking of the religious symbols that are in this story that we're. So they don't believe. Well, there's a Muslim character. There's some Islam, but they're basically talking about Christianity.
Yeah.
Are they referring to eating the flesh as that? That's what I'm getting from that part of the story. But there are other cultures that believe that. I'm not sure. I know of all those cultures. I know the one that's most well known in America. So
I teach world history, so but this becomes one of those like eternal myths, right? Like you are consuming power, right? The notion of drinking blood and eating the bread of Christ is this notion of doing so for purity and cleansing of sins, but in other instances it's eating body parts for power, for purity, for eternal life. So this becomes one of those tropes that it's most notable for us because, Judeo-Christianity is the most prevalent religion in the United States.
Yeah.
But it's something that from the most simplest form of religion in the smallest ancient civilization to the most complex polytheistic civilization that existed in the history of the world, there's this notion of some form of cannibalism because it's noble sacrifice for the people who are left behind. I feel like
isn't a different way when you sacrifice a sheep, right? When you sacrifice a little walk.
Yeah. Well, you sacrifice. These people, like the first person to become revived, that they're like, in the story they bring up somebody that was revived and she died and then she came back to work the next day. That character, she believes in sacrifice. That we came back, and we should sacrifice for the wellness of other people. So I think that's what sacrifice. Sacrifice is. They do it. Like in native tradition, they do the sun dance, and that's 4 days of not eating and not drinking anything. And then at the end of this 4-day ceremony, they hang you, with those hooks in your skin, and you're supposed to snap it off yourself, or from a practice. And I'm getting this from my cousin who's done the Sundance. And I could be getting it wrong, but some of it wrong. But it's basically we're doing this 4 days, 4 seasons, and it's a sacrifice for everyone else's well-being.
Hey, dude, Kumi just brought up a good point. Hell nah. Hell no. And you know why? I was actually going over a movie that I watched with my girl. It's wait, what's his name? Liam Hemsworth. The one where he does that movie. What's it called? Something C.
The
All I
hell?
heard is
Which one?
movie dick.
Yeah, movie dick.
It's like it's based on that
Moby Dick.
yeah,
Oh,
Moby
Moby
Dick.
Dick.
Moby Dick, my bad, movie.
I was thinking of a porno for some reason.
Yeah, Moby Dick, yeah. And I was like, wait a minute, but it was like a remake out of that. But that movie, dude, it was sick because at the end there was two groups that stayed in two boats. And one boat was different. You know, it was which was the worst like evil, you know? In one boat, as one of the persons died, they would eat that person to keep surviving, right?
Yeah.
But in the other boat, they were drawing straws. And the last person to get the little, short end of the straw would be the one that get blasted and eaten up.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
So which one was they both did the same, but which one was the worst evil?
Well, like you even see that play out in modern forms, right? Like the Bane fucking I can't believe we all liked this Batman movie.
I've got the
Had same kind of notion of the prisoner's dilemma, where you had the ferry full of citizens and the ferry full of felons, and one of them had to blow the other boat up. There's this notion of like, do we seek equality? Do we see ourselves as superior? And I think regardless of religion, that's just a good question of humanity, right? Like, do we seek to see ourselves on either footing or on even footing to be competitive with our common humans, or do we seek that edge? And I think that shows how like a lot of sociologists say we're wired differently, right? Like, here's where I'll go super meta, right? Like, people make the argument that humans are ingrained biologically to embrace capitalism, right? We believe in competition. We believe in survival of the fittest, that we will wave the flag of whoever is the strongest.
Correct.
Right?
Yes.
But then you also have people who make the argument that we are naturally wired to need emotionally communities of care, right? That one person cannot survive alone, that it is a question of those of us around us. So if we as a group are stronger, can we then compete against other groups? Which becomes this notion of like, we need to make sure we elevate the group before we elevate the individual. And this becomes the classic, like, modern philosophical dilemma between people who believe in classical conservatism, right? That the notion of the individual competing to their highest worth is the most important idea. So when Kumi says, like, will you eat somebody to gain power? Under that, like, worldview, I would say yes, right? Because my goal is to out-achieve everybody else to prove that I have won Darwin's war of survival amongst the fittest.
It's called the human race. For a reason.
I just don't know where Hydra's been to eat a piece of Hydra, though.
Say what?
Look, he already got cleaned of
Hey,
like
let
COVID,
me
right?
tell you.
Like,
Let me
I
tell
would
you.
wash my Hydra meat before I eat it.
I'm already infected.
Please that motherfucker.
Look, you cook everything long enough, and the food poisoning is gone. So
Yeah,
a little bit of
I'm
salt,
flame
little bit
resistant.
of pepper.
Like, I would tell you, just to answer Kumi's question real quick, I would say that I wouldn't eat anybody for survival, just because I wouldn't do that at all. I'd probably like, I'd offer myself up. I'm like, yeah, y'all can eat me. Y'all can eat me, y'all can catch me too, I'm not just gonna let you devour me. But yeah, I mean, I wouldn't do it for survival, but for power, like any kind of random ass ability, yeah, I'd probably do it.
But what if I said,
But would you
Hydra,
would you
you're about to die. I think you have much more potential than me. So when I die, you need to eat me to survive.
Yeah.
Would you then eat me?
You're getting life off of me.
No.
Go ahead and handle this side, homie.
I'd have to find I'd have to find something else. I'd have to find another way, but I wouldn't. Like I said, I just wouldn't be able to do it. I wouldn't be able to for survival. Like I wouldn't be able to just eat
Is
someone.
it because I'm a human? Is it because we view each other as like equal species? Is it ethical? Like
Not
why?
even. Like I don't truly believe in equality. I think equality is a lie. I'm all about the individualism. You know what I mean? So yeah, the group think is fine, and being a team is fine. But when it comes down to it, it's all about number one. You know what I mean? Like it. But when it comes to like that whole thing, if we are a group, if we are a team, and we just have to start consuming each other at one point to survive, I wouldn't be eager to be consuming anybody. You know what I mean? Like,
But it's not a question of eagerness, it's a question of last resort. So if you are truly Team Hydra is number one, then your answer to Kumi's question should be yes, right? Like, fuck you, you'll consume anything to become all powerful.
It should be.
He's eating guac. He's eating guac. He's eating meat.
Yeah, like Kumi says, if you cover me with fajita seasoning, like, does that get you past the idea of
hey, there's plenty of food left in the crate, right? There's plenty of food, but I'm already starting to eat y'all. There's
plenty of survival. Task person. You give us tasks, and if the group together, we're all going to just get it done, And if somebody is doing the same job that I'm doing, and
Spooky's got it,
and and they don't know what the hell they're doing, then you got to tell them how to do it. I mean, unfortunately, if we're getting the same pay, I want you to do your part. So yeah, I'll build the group up just for that.
Yeah, like I'm not actively going like, let's fucking eat people, but it becomes the question of like, if I looked at Hydra and was like, consume part of me so you can become me, I will die inevitably, versus sprinkle me in fajita seasoning and share me with the group so we can all survive. If Hydra's argument is that Hydra is number one, right, then he is hardwired to consume me for power. But if it is a question of, Hydra shares me, and I'm sure there's some meat under this fat, right, that he can sear the fat off real good and make it tasty to season me to share with Block and KM, right, then that shows that I'm willing to sacrifice for the group, but Hydra is willing to think about the group before himself. So those two thought processes, most psychologists, philosophers, sociologists will say are at odds, right?
Oh, I'm definitely at odds.
Are you number one, or do you rely off of the success of the group to be part of the whole?
It would have to be it's all circumstance, right? Like I'm number one over here on this side of the line, and then I'm all about teamwork on this side of the line. You know what I mean? Like if we weren't a team, like if y'all were just three people to the side, and I was on my own, and I come upon y'all, and I see y'all are like at the end of y'all's ropes. You know what I mean? I'm gonna steamroll over y'all. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna,
So then what you're actually saying is
Hydra solo, right? I'm solo at that point. But if I'm part of the group and that's how we started and all that, then I would be 100% team player Hydra. You know what I'm saying?
Right. So I think you're more in team. Like the answer to Kumi's initial question for you as I continue to psychoanalyze you, and I'll bill you after this is all done, right? Your answer to Kumi's initial question is no, right? That if you are one piece of the many, you would not do that for power. But if you are one amongst equals, then you would not do that for power.
Right.
So I think that becomes the interesting dilemma, especially in some of these religious, rituals throughout history, right? Like communion in any form of Judeo-Christianity is a communal ritual, right? That we all partake in the body and blood of Christ to denote the sacrifices of one individual for the many. And that's different from other instances that accept some form of cannibalism, right? Like, think of that TV show fucking Heroes from the late 2000s, right? Like, you had Zachary Quinto, who played the big bad Silas. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Like, Silas's goal was to consume individual heroes' powers so he could be number one. Versus, like, if Hero were to die, and he were to be consumed to be spread out amongst other heroes, that would be different. So as much as Hydra says he's all about number one, Hydra is all about he's number one unless he's part of a group. And look at this as 100% right. I'm sure the moment I die, if you were to chop me up like we do any other kind of animal, there are several cuts of me that are both marbled, or I bet like parts of my like thigh, or even not my ass, but like my ribs. My ribs would have some good ass marbling. Like, my ribs are probably brisket levels of fat.
Hey, no, get up, do the thing. You said you ain't got no marbling on the ass. What does that mean?
I got no fat. Like, I got pancake butt. Fat everywhere else, right? So, like, I would be good ribs or pork belly, but if you were like, I'm gonna eat Poser's dead smoked ass, ain't no good meat there, right? You will just make that shit well done. It ain't gonna be tasty. But you were to cook up part of my ribs or part of my thigh, there's enough marbling or enough fat that you could sear that if you cook that shit slow and low in a proper Kansas City barbecue style with a good rub or even fajita seasoning.
I mean, I need some barbecue sauce probably,
That's fine.
Sauce on it.
You're from Texas, Hydra. You get sauce dabbed on it.
Yeah, I got it.
I'm from 9 hours north of you. We get the rub with the sauce on the side.
Oh, okay.
We're from
just as long as you don't go further to the east and you believe that barbecue should have sauce on it and then be covered in coleslaw, those fuckers can die in a tire fire.
I don't have good barbecue like you guys, so I don't know. We have a grill and then we have like maybe some Texas barbecue, but it sucks.
So what I'm trying to say, Walk, is the next time you make it to Kansas, you can eat my ass.
It's all you can eat buffet, big boy.
I'll give you a little bit of barbecue sauce.
Not about that cannibal farm to table.
Yeah, you're gonna have to start eating organic though.
Hey, you know what though, guys? These are the only kind of conversations you can have with indie comics, bro. This is what
coming up in a DC Marvel panel.
Yeah. Okay, everybody, let's talk about Iron Man number 69. No, Tony Stark doesn't need anybody's ass for the greater good.
I think he's still drunk in those comics. Issue 69, he was still partying. That's my Tony thing.
Yeah. So what are y'all saying? Like, y'all wouldn't devour any random individual for any kind of power?
I think you put forth the proper parameters, right? Like, if you did it to protect you because you were all alone, I would do it for the same reason, right? Like,
or in this story, what are they doing it for? This story is to stay alive and be immortal, right? But so that's the deal, immortality, Poser. So are you willing to eat somebody for immortality?
Nah, if it's time for me to go, it's time for me to go. I've put enough alcohol and drugs in my body in 36 years on this planet that, like, if I go, I hope it's something that it's either I'm old and die, or it's something that's not super tragic that leaves my wife and kids behind.
I like, what is it, Tyrion Lannisters?
If I was about to die and I had to eat Hydra's ass to be able to see my 6'4" and 2-year-old again, I'd eat Hydra's ass.
Dude.
That's right. That's right.
Right. So Kumi's question is good, but I think there are circumstances like Holy, I would say no, right? That I, like HYDRA, am wired to carry about the group before me as an individual, right? Like that's why I went into education. But if it were a true survival of the fittest and I had to care about either protecting just me or protecting me and my family and fuck everybody else, then yes, I would do it.
Yeah, I would eat ass for immortality.
I think you would clap them cheeks for other reasons. I think you toss that salad anyways.
Yeah, I do it now for no powers.
Immortality.
I do it now for no powers. No incentive.
HYDRA, if you toss my salad, you can learn to fly. I'm driving to Texas now. I'll be there tomorrow afternoon.
Oh my God.
PM, with some grape jelly, some syrup, or some salad dressing you pick, or barbecue sauce.
Oh my God. See, that right there is
That's how they do it out there.
that
They said put some sauce on it. Put some sauce on it. I'm saucy.
Uh-oh. I'm gonna mute myself for a second. My wife's calling, which means 2 kids might be awake.
Oh, all right, no problem. But see, that's one of those questions, right? Like, oh, would you fuck this person for this much money or whatever, right? So it's like, would you go to that extreme? Like Poser said, eat someone, toss someone's salad, right? Basically, to be able to fucking fly. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, I do want to fly. You know what I'm saying?
Well, I mean, how thoroughly you got to do it, you know?
Poser say you got to go all the way in.
Yeah. So, my youngest just walked into my bedroom, woke my wife up asking for daddy. So I'm sorry to come late and leave early, but that seems like my brand. But I liked how this went from let's talk about a book to Kumi like, would you eat someone, to me going like, look at my body. Like that's why I like the idea of talking about this, because while a lot of Marvel or DC books will give us some kind of philosophical conflict, they'll all address the same kind of premise, right? It's all some kind of generic good versus evil trope, right? That results in the question of the greater good and does not care about the notion of the individual. But that's where I like a lot of these indie comics, right? That it is a question of pulling back your blinders and asking how you would react in a particular instance, right? Are there scenarios where you're like, no, fuck it, I gotta be number one? Are there scenarios where you're like, nah, fuck it, I'll betray the rest of the group? And, you know, you can see those kinds of different themes play themselves out throughout a lot of different questions. I like how Kumi's like, swing and a miss.
Dude, you guys brought that part up, and I'm thinking about like the character that I just thought about it, you know, through your talking, Poser. And there's a character that was revived, and they're basically in the story. They want to quarantine these people that have survived. They try to put them in internment camps, basically.
Yeah.
And one of the dude is like, this is your boy Walk's dealership, and where I'm slicing prices, and he's just talking about how, I don't revive high prices. So he does commercials, basically, using that he revived himself to, or he got revived, and he's slashing prices on his car dealership.
He came back to slice the price.
I would get it, like, I would be put in a internment camp because I'm bragging about how I came back to life. And I was like, that would be me.
Here's what I'll suggest based off of Kumi's initial question, and then Kumi going, "Oh fuck, this took a left turn. My bad." What if instead of next week, all of us talking about one common title? What if we found the independent comic that we think best takes the way we look at the world, and by like Monday, we share it with each other so we can all find like issue 1 and 2 and be able to talk about that. Think of it like a book report.
I don't have any books.
Teacher
like that with me.
What do you mean? Like, what do you mean exactly?
So, like, if I were to pick a book that was like, this book best describes how I would like finding a character in an independent comic that every single action they take, you're like, yes, or you're like, no, but oh, I would make that decision if I were under that pressure, right?
Oh,
like,
okay.
Oh, well, you mean like the one I said, the guy that
yeah, that kind of stuff, right? Like, think about, we got made fun of last week for referencing Saga, but think about the way Marco and Alana talk about in Saga. Both of them are wired to this point to believe that whatever they are doing is the most important in terms of preserving their family, right? So, or Department of Truth number 5, which came out this week, that was the clash between the Department of Truth and the introduction of the Black Hat, where it was a question of, we need to protect the truth because it's the truth for the greater good versus fuck censorship. If people believe what they believe and it causes disruptions, then that's good, right? So if you were to pick a comic and you're like, that's how I feel about the world, which one would you pick?
Okay.
There's a couple I can bring up. There's a couple I got. I'll just go through and I'll let you guys know about, what is it, by Monday? That'll be perfect. I got you
Monday
guys.
or Tuesday. I think that would be enough time for, because if I were to talk about X book, I would be able to talk about it at length. But then it would be enough time to go like, here's where you can find issue 1 and 2. And it lets Hydra put together a thumbnail that's more than just a cover blown up. That we can kind of create this mosaic of different stories. And as we talk about explaining things in different ways, Spooky, is that a challenge? I'll fucking talk about sex criminals.
Yeah, don't challenge Poser.
But I think that lets us find the different kinds of stories that we can talk about individually. That by issue, episode 3, if we can go, here are the different ways we want to branch out, then that lets the 4 of us kind of test more of a dynamic. Because right now we've all kind of agreed and enjoyed Ice Cream Man. We're all reading Revival the same way.
Yeah.
So let's see if we interpret books differently or if we're really 4 different versions of the same kind of reader.
Yeah.
All right. I can be looking. I'll look around.
We can do that. And if you all disagree or you want more time for your homework assignment, then we can delay that to episode 4 or 5. But
yeah,
I'm going to go take care of a 2-year-old that wants daddy.
Oh, yeah.
But hey, appreciate you for coming by.
Yeah.
No, fam. Hey, you guys make it interesting all the time, dude.
We're that warrior of beanie everywhere, all the podcasts.
Yeah, I'm going to change it up because I was wearing my U.S. soccer one. I grabbed this one off the bed because I just took my Insta photo because I had to unroll and weigh those posters down so they could sit.
Oh, yeah. I gave you some extras, Yeah,
no, they're looking good. They are going to my children and to my students, like you said. So,
yeah.
Y'all who don't know, Walk hooked me up. But
check that Instagram out.
Hey, dude, and if any of y'all read Gideon Falls, for some reason, when I got to a couple issues, dude, it kind of felt like we're all wearing masks and all this shit. You're like, dude, how do these people fucking write how we're going through shit? And you see the date, and it's way back then.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true.
Premeditating motherfuckers.
You know,
That's a book we'll tackle eventually. I don't doubt it.
And
But-
they're like, but I mean, the way that you get sick though, dude, is crazy. Has anybody read some of those issues?
no, I
I read 1 and 2.
Dude, like like it just that thing just comes out of their mouth, and if I guess it touches you, whatever, you become sick, man. And it's about a plague, and it's like all kinds of shit, and you're like, dude, we're going through shit right now like that. You're like, fuck, man. I mean, you're just lucky that it's just something called COVID right now. But what if it's something crazy like that, dude? Now, I don't want to say, but somebody in the community says zombies. I don't think we're right there as zombies yet. But shit.
yeah.
Nah, if it was zombies, I'm not ready. let me get strapped.
I don't think anybody's ready for that type of shit, dude. Look how we were just caught off with this shit.
Yeah.
I mean, we're supposed to be high tech. We're walking around with fucking face masks and shit, and hoping that we stay safe and shit.
Yeah, I'm gonna need to get Jack to start dusting zombies. I need some time for that.
This is 20
Cardio, bro. Cardio.
From tomorrow.
Hey, but
Yeah,
what do
there's
y'all think about?
there's a lot of books that you can tackle that can show you what's going on right now.
Oh yeah.
Or you can feel about how you feel about right now.
Yeah.
What do y'all think about the start time at 10 p.m.? Like, does that work for everybody, or do y'all prefer the 8 p.m. one?
I'm sorry they switched my schedule and I had to come out late, but if you guys want to do it early, I can always beg to come out a little earlier on Thursdays.
I ain't got no schedule right now, so you know.
10
But, like-
works for me because I usually go live between 8:30 or 9.
Yeah.
So that based on some of the things we talked about, or Cam and I have talked about, I can't remember if it's been in he and I's chats or the group chats. On Thursday nights when my debate show starts, I think either will work for me because instead of going for an hour and a half, we're just going to do a debate per episode. But on nights where I'm interviewing somebody, right, I might go for more than an hour like tonight. But
Yeah.
one of the things that Cam and I have talked about that we could play with this show is, are there some nights where if there's somebody that I have an interview hooked up with, like tonight, would it make sense for tonight that we spend an hour talking about Nottingham, and then for the next hour that I interview the author or we interview the author, that we can kind of play with this back and forth between our two channels to cross and do that kind of stuff.
Like we do we talk about it first here, and then the interview starts on your channel, or wait for your interview and then talk about it more here.
I think we would. It could be either, right? That I think if the four of us think about it as readers interpreting the book and that kind of stuff,
because breaking down the book,
author to come watch it, right, but not like participate in our dissection, then one of the things could be like, hey, an hour ago, four of us just talked about your book and we said X, Y, and Z. Are we reading it right? Is there something that we missed? Blah, 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 blah.
perfect.
Okay.
I mean, yeah, I just would butcher the name. I'd have to, have a pen and pad just so I could get my thoughts out. And I'm bad with characters, and I don't want to offend anybody.
No, that's why.
Yeah.
That's why we're all here. Hell yeah! That's why this is all. I mean, we're doing pretty good so far. And what's up, Papa? How you doing, OG? But this is how I feel like that's what I was gonna tell Hydra, that any Kickstarters or anything like that and any breakdown of books, I'm gonna bring it to my boy. He's the master of getting this started. So everything, and then what I did tell Poser, which I was gonna tell you, Hydra Q&As, we can slide them to Poser, and that's perfect. I like the way how this is all going, because that's why the breakdown of the books is literally right here.
Yeah, I try to research as much as I can. If it's going to be a 47-page series, I'm going to try to do as much of it as possible.
Most of these things, most of the people that I interview, it's like tonight's book The author I interviewed, his book comes out on the 3rd of March, and I've had it since December.
Okay.
So it would be us unpacking a book, talking about what we might see down the road. For Kickstarter folks, it might be a little bit different because some Kickstarter folks have a fully finished product and they're literally looking for the startup capital to print it.
Yeah.
Other Kickstarter folks are going like, here's the story arc, here are 3 pages of art, and we can go like, oh, here are cool things, or here are things we would like to see in this book. That based on that kind of stuff, it would be different levels of preparation, but you wouldn't have to read 43 issues of a book over a weekend to outshine the rest of the panel walk.
Oh, no, I'm not trying to outshine anything. You guys just give me stuff to do. And
He's trying to call it slow. Thanks, Watt.
But did you like it, Watt?
Thanks, Watt.
You know, it has its points. There's something a little hokey about it that I'm not. Well, I wasn't feeling in the beginning, but you know, they always try to make like a Native American, like a wise, you know, the typical role. So it's. But
same.
you know, the guy wasn't there for too long, so that was kind of.
But that becomes things to talk about, right?
Yeah.
Like, here's a trope that I found that didn't play out well here, like the wise old indigenous person. Like when I was talking to David about
all the dream catchers, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like,
I'm telling you, man.
David talked about the bury your queers trope. And I was like, that's something I can relate to because I have queer students across the racial identity spectrum who can't find shit that they believe in because they're not accepted for who they are. So it's like a great degree of play going like, here are good things, here are bad things.
Yeah. Yeah, but I mean,
what up, crypto?
People, you know, do what they want to do. I mean, you know, there's some things I take with a grain of salt. But besides that, I mean, you know, it's some tropes are kind of typical. And like I said, I believe that at the end, the daughter, you know, the sister is just gonna pass on with her spirit, and it's gonna be a tearjerker moment. You know, I mean, that's just where it sounds like it's going.
That's where we're a good diverse group of 4 different people where we can agree or disagree, and instead of talking about whether or not Hydra would actually eat my ass, right, we can identify tropes that are good or bad, and if we disagree, at the end of the day, we're not going to be like, oh, fuck you, KM, you piece of shit, right? Like, we're
in practice, you know, in theory. Yeah.
So, right, but I think just based off of the way that we've talked to each other, not just the last 2 episodes, but the way that we talk to each other offline, that if we don't see eye to eye, if like Hydra were to come at me and be like, come correct, oh, crypto fascist, you missed a lot about my pancake butt. And hold on, crypto fascist. If you go to that video and comment on it and subscribe to me, then you can learn more about my pancake ass and potentially win a slab at my 750 sub giveaway. But like
this slab is flatter than his ass. Crispy.
Is a slab ass.
I don't know. My ass might be a 9.4.
9.4. Near me.
We're people that the way that we approach things, we're not going to look at it and want to tee off on someone else, right? Or if, you know, Walk were to say something I disagree with, I'm not going to be like, Walk, you dumb, stupid Buccaneers fan, motherfucker. Like, I'll only do that on the Super Bowl. But beyond that, right, like, we'll go, you know, I think Walk makes an interesting argument, but here I saw it. And if we can offer different lenses, yes, Papa Wheelie, I don't know why you think I'm ashamed of the fact that I'm going bald. I wear hats because it's 30 degrees in my basement and I'm going fucking bald, Matthew.
I just get a haircut, you know. I will get a haircut, guys, but my
Papa's got no chill.
Oh, but yeah, I got like a 5 head.
Yeah. But that becomes where this becomes interesting, that, you know, couple of weeks, if we can cover a couple of different books to see if we interpret stuff differently, then that gives us some spicy hot takes from time to time where it's like, you know, we'll all read it differently. And I think that becomes something that's fun and good. And if Spooky wants me to talk about why Sex Criminals is the autobiography of my life written by Matt Fraction and illustrated by Chip Zdarsky, I'll make it happen, and I'll talk about it the whole time while holding up the naked variant cover.
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
Thanks, Matthew. Thanks,
Yeah,
brother.
any excuse to show some tits and ass on this show, you know.
Yeah.
I'll take it.
I guess I'll be Huey from The Boys. Just react.
Get her head kicked off in the first 2 pages. I'm sorry, Walk.
Yeah, I'm Homelander.
All right, I'm gonna go deal with the kid, but we'll chat more offline. Folks in the chat, thank you for chiming in. Kumi, you asked some good questions, but that shit was fun. For the rest of you, I hope you join us towards the beginning instead of an hour and 41 minutes in where we just fucking dive off the deep end. Because, like,
talk about ass eating.
You got to know why we dove off the deep end. It was a build up to the deep end. You know?
Yeah.
But, like, that's why I like the 4 of y'all. Because the moment where it was like, all right, Hydra, would you eat my ass under X, Y, or Z circumstance? The rest of y'all weren't like, ugh. The rest of y'all were like,
well, you're asking, you're asking a question. It's not. It's
barbecue sauce.
I was thinking about it too. I mean, for immortality, I mean, I might think about it, but I don't know. I don't think I need immortality that bad.
I don't know if my asshole made you immortal and I covered it in like Tapatio. Would you dive on in? Crystal hot sauce, right?
We gotta slide the little lemon in there, maybe, and then maybe we thought about it.
Yeah, but all right, I'm a bail. I'm gonna hook my headphones up to my phone and listen to the very end. But
yeah, go subscribe to my boy Poser and let him know who sent you.
Yeah, if you let Hydra know that, if you let me know that Hydra sent you.
Yeah, help me win those.
Shoot.
Help me win those bad boys.
Slab.
Let me put you on the
750.
Let me put you on the.
I don't know.
There it is.
All right.
Hotel number 1.
So I dropped a video today. I picked up 2 hotel number 1s for a ridiculous price, just like the things that, you know, Hydra and AM and I put up on my auction on Sunday nights. But I really want to keep one of these. Like, I want one hotel number 1 slab. But if I hit 750 subs by February 16th, which is the day where I'm having massive amounts of dental surgery, then I will give away 2 of these to people who comment on a specific video. So if you go to my channel, it's that like featured video that's playing at the top. Comment on that one, sub me up. You'll be entered in a hotel slab giveaway either way. But I'm building, like, I gave away, I think, 25 different prizes when I hit 500. When I hit 1,000, it's going to be like fucking Oprah giving cars away, but on the poor people equivalent of that of a teacher family of 5.
I would never say sub me up, guys.
Some of my love.
The second time I've said it, but I'll blame it on Hydra. All right, going to
you know.
Thank you, Poser.
Awkward. Sub me up, guys.
Sub me up, y'all.
Sub me up. No. But yeah, I subscribe, but I don't have anything to subscribe to, so.
Yeah, so there's 3 ghosts now.
Yeah, hope you guys enjoyed our review on this story so far, and I hope you're interested in reading it.
Thank you, Crypto. Yeah, hopefully, you know, it piqued your interest going back in time to pick up some of these old 2012 issues.
Definitely. Give it a shot, guys. And
it's a good read, man. Give it a try.
Mm-hmm.
That's cool, Pop. Come on through. You're more than welcome, brother.
Oh, thank you, Pop. That'd be perfect.
I did what? Oh
Huh?
yeah. I don't know what it said. Something about Indy, but Indy. I'll come.
Who,
Oh,
Pops?
I'll come on next week. Okay, I didn't read that part. Oh, hell yeah.
And thanks, Crypto.
We'll play the song for you, Wally World.
Yeah. Play us off with Wally World.
Well, I got another song we could try.
All right, play us off with that one.
All right. So I'm just gonna play a little practice song. I don't know, but one of Joaquin.
Oh, also the reason I didn't play my intro is because YouTube's rendering is real ass. So the first stream we did, it took a whole day for it to even show up on my like uploads, and then the freaking music is just chopped straight to hell. Like you can't even hear it, and it's all like fucked. So that part of the stream is kind of sucky. So I got no. Hey, hold on. Spooky, throw up some Limp Bizkit while you're at it. Hey, Pop says F Wally World.
I saw that.
Come on,
Dude, I want to make
Matthew.
I want to make a gift of it. If you guys watched the auction last week, there was just Papa Willie just been like, you saw me dancing, and then you see Papa Willie just.
Oh my dude!
That's the best gift I've seen. I mean, it's just walk ain't right.
Whenever you were dancing and then Poser like muted you.
Yeah,
you kept dancing. You kept dancing.
Walk gifts are coming, and if Papa Willie allows it, I want to get the Papa Willie no approval look.
No approval.
He does not approve of this malarkey.
Like a Spooky doing his research. Spook. Just all Limp Bizkit has a song called "Eat You Alive."
I was about to play Wally World on for Matthew, but my phone died.
So. Hey, it all comes full circle, guys.
Mm-hmm.
We started with Limp Bizkit. We're finishing with Limp Bizkit.
Ended off with Limp Bizkit, baby. Good night, Lim. Good night, Fred Durst. Miss you, bro.
Yeah, that's what I always do. Good night, Fred Durst, before I go to bed.
Yeah. Good night, Fred Durst.
Good night, Moon.
Tuck me in.
Good night, God. Good night, Fred Durst.
What's 24 hours, pup?
This is 24 hours.
Yes, mean me.
Oh, hell yeah. Okay.
Please mean me up.
Okay.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, everybody, for coming through. You know, just another great show. I think the first one was definitely a success. I don't know if y'all go back and watch it, but we already reached over 200 views on the first episode. So plenty of comments.
Hell yeah, I wonder how this one goes. Thanks, everybody.
Yeah.
Thank you,
so
HYDRA.
much. Hey, thank you, fam, for giving me this fucking idea, you know?
Oh, no, thank you, fam, for actually giving us a shot to do this, man. I've wanted to talk indie books so bad, and thank you, fam. Appreciate you.
Oh, hell yeah. Me too, you know, it's just, again, you like you said, you just see the DC and Marvel everywhere, but who's doing this, you know?
Yeah. And I didn't even know that story existed, bro. Really appreciate that one, dude.
Yeah, that's true. We get to like discover shit, you know?
Dude, yeah, man. I was like, dude, I didn't know this shit even came out like this. Like this old lady, I mean, she was sagging all the way to the knees, but she was killing people left and right. It was hilarious, man.
Yeah. Hey, thank you. Look at this. Hasta la próxima, fam.
Thank you, fam. Thank you.
Ahí te guacho.
Just giving you guys little samples to run out, but my weird music. Good night, everybody.
Playing out. Later, Pop. Later, Spook. Thank you, Poser. Later, Crypto, Kumi. Just shouting everybody life. Zod was here. What the hell was that? Something fell somewhere. Mayor was here. AMKM. Titus from Japan. All right. Thank you for everybody that came out.
Boo, AM, boo.
Later, guys.
Good night, all.